This video provides step-by-step instructions on how to separate the seeds from Arbutus berries. Once you've collected all the berries, the first step is to pull all of the berries off of the stems. This can be a fairly labor-intensive process. You may want to consider recruiting some child labor to assist you. You may find you need to provide them with some kind of reward, such as chocolate. Once you have picked your full bowl of berries, the next stage will be to soak them in water. I recommend using mason jars so that you can evaluate how many seeds you get per volume of berries. Make sure not to overfill the jars, or you will find that they absorb the water and then overflow the top, as happened with me. Soak the berries for 2 to 4 days, after which time they should be mushy enough to mash by hand, or if you have access to a food processor, with a dough blade, which is much the faster method. Strain the berries into a sieve. You're going to want a sieve with openings approximately 2 millimeters in size. The sieve size should be large enough to allow the small arbutus seeds to pass through after you've mushed them up with the food processor. You want to blend the berries enough so that no full berries remain. You can do it by hand, it's just more labor intensive. Much more labor intensive. Once you've blended the berries, take the berry seed mash and put it back into your 2 millimeter sieve. The next step is going to be to wash the seeds through the sieve into a bowl, while keeping as much of the larger pieces of berry in the sieve. To do this, place a large bowl in your sink and turn on the water just enough to provide that washing. As the water flows through, you want to mash up and mix the berries, encouraging the seeds to fall through the sieve into the bowl below. The seeds are heavier than water and will sink to the bottom of the bowl. It's often a good idea to repeat this process at least twice with your berry mash to make sure you've gotten all of the seeds. Once you've washed your seeds out into the bowl, dump them into a smaller sieve size, recommended 1 millimeter or smaller. And that should now hold all of your seeds plus smaller pieces of berry. Next, you're going to wash out those smaller pieces of berry while keeping the seeds in the sieve. And what you should be left with is primarily just seeds, which we will then lay out on a piece of cardboard to dry. You're going to want to spread them out a little bit on the cardboard, and you're going to want to leave them to dry in a place that's warm with good airflow, but out of direct sun. And if you spread them out thin enough, it should take about 2, maybe 3 days to dry. When you finish this process and spread them out like this, what you should end up with looks like this. The remaining mash will still have some berries in it, some seeds in it, and you can use them to you can put the mash in a place where you want to start some arbutus trees. Thanks for listening.